And now we're starting. I am ready. Hi, my name's Colton Dowling, and you are at Isolation Comedy by Comedy Wham. Holy fuck. I think this is our 30th show, and if it's not, it certainly feels like we've been doing this forever. I said, let's start this in March, and it wasn't even me who said that, but I'll misquote me. And now it's still fucking happening. You guys stay inside and wear your fucking mask. All right? And it's not just you. This is coming across very aggressive. Let me pull back. You guys, thank you for having us in your home. You guys are so wonderful. Tell your friends to fucking get here, okay? What are they doing outside? They're spreading diseases. What are they doing? Oh my gosh, you guys, I have been, through the ringer. I bought a ring light because I wanted to get pro, and because we're going to be doing this forever. We do this every first and second Friday now. But what is this? What are we watching? It's not a stand-up comedy show. It is a funny show with stand-up comedians. And if this is a stand-up show, I'd be saying, shut up, shut the hell up, no one talk. But, you guys can talk. In fact, yell at us. Yell at your screen and get your roommates in here because it's about to be very funny. And, hop in the chat, subscribe and like and share. Tell everybody. This is a fucking free show. Also, we'll be swearing. So if there's children around, let them know. Okay? We're about to tell it to them. They're about to be like, wow, is that what adult life is like? Yeah, I've been fighting. Yeah, I've been fighting with my boyfriend. Yeah, this is the guest bedroom. Oh, hey, how's it going? Yeah, okay, if you're watching, Chip, or if you can hear me, and you can, I should have done the dishes. And you're saying like, wait, that was a month ago, Colton. Are you about to do the same bit? No, different bit. I should have done the dishes. And he goes, hey, Colton, what do you think? I'm your mother? I was like, is that what mothers do? Is that what my mom was supposed to be doing? I mean, what my mom did was done my fucking dishes for me and then complain about it 23 years later. So, that's what moms do, apparently. Guess I missed out on having a mom. Hey guys, if you're with your children right now, yell at them to do the dishes. Or else it'll come back and bite his gay ass in the future. My gay ass. Hey. You guys are gonna have such a good show. I'm really excited for the show. So much so that I'm not gonna do a whole bunch of jokes up here. I'm just gonna go and be like, hey, you guys, how much money did you pay to get here? Probably nothing. Good. That's the exact right amount. But if you love a comedian, their Venmo will be down here. And if you're like, whoa, but I love all the comedians, which you will, just put it at the Venmo, the PayPal down there. And Comedy Wham doesn't keep anything, okay? They don't. Hey, guys. Just go straight on. Hey, welcome. Also, those are the comedians. We have unmuted ourselves so we can laugh at ourselves because, what else are you going to do? Now I've gone through all of it. You have all the information. Hopefully you have your drink. I'm drinking a jug of vodka and soda, which I will be done with by the end of the night. Which I'm so excited for. She is one of my favorite comedians in Austin. She just got back from Corpus Christi, I think, where she was doing a live show, which sounds dangerous as hell. And you can tweet at her your angry response, and you can tie it to money on Venmo. Venmo her a very angry response attached to money, and she will read it. That's how money works. Give it up for her handle, which is her name, in your own house right now. Give it up for Holly.
Let me set the record straight. I did not go to Corpus Christi. I just really wanted to, and I wanted everyone to know I got booked, but I didn't do it. And important thing, okay? Now we're all on the same page. True heartheads and hard-ons will notice that I look a little different than the last time you saw me. And if you're wondering why, it's because I'm wearing a really cheap wig. And if you're the Texas Workforce Commission and you're wondering why, it's because my name is Madison Kirkle and I just got laid off from Austin First Baptist Church. And I yeah, it turns out that no one buying your zine is not a way you qualify for benefits. And that is what I'm learning in this quarantine for sure. I actually just did have to take a COVID test, which is really exciting. It took 11 days to get my test results back because everything's super backed up. And I did get a negative test result, thank goodness. But I gotta admit, it was still not as gratifying as getting a negative pregnancy test result. You know, I thought I was gonna get that thrill, and it was just not there for me, unfortunately. But during those 11 days while I was waiting for my test results, I did adhere to a super strict quarantine. Like, the only thing I did of note was I got a really bad sunburn. I got such a bad sunburn that I went to go see if it was anyone's fetish, you know, because like as a woman, I can only really value experiences in my life if it's like a fetish for a man. It's a really tough time in my life right now because I'm in between barely legal teen and MILF. So life is pretty meaningless, actually. Speaking of life being meaningless, I used to go to grad school before all of this. I was studying epidemiology, which is something that no one knew what it was a year ago. And now everybody's got an opinion. So that's exciting. But I wasn't studying anything trendy. I was going to UT, and I wasn't studying anything cool like COVID or viral diseases or anything. I was studying STDs, and I learned so much about STDs. I learned so much about STDs that I almost started using condoms. It was crazy. But don't worry. I dropped out before that could happen. I didn't want to lose sight of who I am as a person, which is a God-fearing Christian named Madison Kirkle. I am an unemployed grad school dropout. So even before quarantine, I had a ton of extra time on my hands, and it's really starting to become a problem because I think my dildo and my vibrator are about to unionize. They've been working 12-hour shifts in some terrible conditions, you know, like they're calling me the Amazon of my own pussy. Honestly, I think I'm gonna hit with a lawsuit soon, and I simply cannot afford it. I am actually a preschool teacher. I know this whole time you guys are thinking like, wow, I would really trust that woman with children. And people do. That is my day gig, is taking care of kids. And sometimes it's like doesn't feel super like rewarding because you don't really know if you're making a difference in these kids' lives because they're like really small. But you know, ever so often a kid will come up to me and they'll be like, Miss Holly, I just wanted to tell you my favorite animal is a hot puss. And like, I know they mean octopus, all right? I know they mean octopus, but it still kind of feels like I'm making a difference, you know? I have been trying to make some extra money on the side. I've made an account on Seeking Arrangements, which if you don't know, is the site where sugar babies and sugar daddies meet. And you may be thinking to yourself, Holly, you're not really hot enough to be a sugar baby. And to that I say, fuck you. You just tell a man over 45 that you're 23 and into anal and they'll get a boner. It's as simple as that. And you know, that seems like a business opportunity to me. All right, I'm ready to like make it work in this gig economy. I do spend a lot of time on dating apps, you know, Tinder, Bumble, whatever, just because like it's my only hobby right now. Ever so often I see a guy's account that's just like, oh, I'm so into fitness. I live at the gym. I come muscle milk. And I'm like, if we match, you're gonna call me a fat bitch, which is great because that's my case. Sometimes I see someone that's so hot, I don't even feel like I can fantasize about them. It's something I'm realizing about myself during quarantine. Like, if they're too hot, then I'm like, who was the casting director on this fantasy? All right, because the guy looks like he could be on a CW drama coming this fall about sexy young centaurs, and I look like he busted up and threw a Halloween wig. You know? And I'm not saying that I think I'm like hideous or anything, but let's just say in the before times, I felt real comfortable leaving my drink unattended at a bar. You know what I'm saying? Like that, where my self-esteem was at. Now that, you know, things are so crazy with the virus and everything, I am trying to be a little more picky about the men I bring into my life. I always start a date, you know, social distancing, and I'm only going to break social distancing if they pass a very specific litmus test. Okay. So we start in my backyard, and if they don't acknowledge how fat my dog is, then I'll break social distancing and I'll sleep with him. But if they're like, wow, that's a really fat fucking dog, then I will break social distancing and sleep with him. I'm very lonely, and I have no idea what a litmus test actually is. So, you know, like, give me a tweet. Like, no, that'd be great. All right. Well, that's all the jokes I had. Tired of wearing this wig. Thank you so much, you guys. Bye.
Holly Hart, yes. And I made my promise too. Give it up for her. This is Isolation Comedy Show. If you are just joining us, thank you for being here. This is a little bit of a comedy show, and you guys joined at the right time because we're only at one in, all right? We got 9 more of these fuckers coming up, and boy, do they fuck. Safely, hi here. Whatever. How about a regular intro for this next comedian? New York Comedy Club. You could see them there in the Before Time Concourse Comedy Fest. You can follow this person on the Instagram, Kate Balls O Fire, or their name. Give it up for Kate Hester.
Guys, thank you so much for having me back. Coming at you from Jersey City, New Jersey. We're being pounded by rain right now. But the one good thing about it was that it canceled Trump's trip to New Hampshire. So we'll take it. We'll take it. We don't want him on the East Coast. So yeah, we're all dealing with the COVID. It's hitting everybody hard. Chuck E. Cheese just filed for bankruptcy. What the hell is their mascot going to do for a living now? He's a 6-foot tall rat. It has to have something to do with the cheese industry. His last name is literally cheese. Do you know how many children a mouse can have in one mating season? Like hundreds. He's got 285 children waiting for him at home. And he has to go home and tell them all that he just lost his job. You know, if worse comes to worse, he's going to have to get into the extermination industry as a mascot. And then every day he's going to have to go home and tell his 285 kids that daddy is the face of an extermination company. Dark times we're living in, dark times. But at least he's not racist like Papa John. Out with a 6-foot tall rat than Papa John any day. You know? Speaking of cheese, I put 10 pounds on during this thing. So I I had to get my first ever pair of anti-chafing shorts. Yes, I've never been thigh gap girl, but I've also never just had my body get pissed off at me for walking. So everyone's wondering what we're gonna do with all the racist statues that just got pulled down during the protests. But the thing is, they've already all been given free membership to Trump's golf clubs. My boyfriend ran out and bought all this sherry and port for some reason. So now I'm quarantining with Frasier. But I'm glad during all this quarantine stuff that I'm not as attractive enough to have landed a doctor. I don't want that shit coming back into my house every night. I did not get my stimulus check. Anyone else out there not get a stimulus check? So I've been eagerly awaiting it because I'm broke. So I go to the mailbox and I find one of these familiar blue envelopes and I'm like, oh shit, that's it. I got it finally. Open it up and it's a letter saying I owe them $23. The government is like that petty fucking roommate that you can't stand, you know? Just like, I had deducted $12 off my share of the rent because you like, all right, great. I went to a bunch of the protests, Jersey City. We had a whole bunch of the protests the past 2 weeks, and I'm going to as many as I can. I saw a woman at one of the protests get targeted and attacked by a very angry and pissed off bee. And nobody helped her. We all scattered. And it just goes to show that, you know, we liberals will show up. We'll show up for you. We support you. We got you. We will get shot by rubber bullets, maced, pepper sprayed, what's the smoke bomb things they throw. But we will not get stung by a bee for you. It's time to go home. The bees have showed up. There was the Wendy's got burnt down a few weeks ago as part of one of the protests. And I just can't stop thinking about how during that fire, at one point in time, all the burgers and baked potatoes were perfectly cooked. Oh. I don't support looting or destruction of property until I saw on the news they were looting the Sephora. And then serious FOMO. I was like, God damn it. Why didn't I think about that? You know, get me my $98 neck sagging cream while you're in there. Who's looting the Sephora right now that I know? You know? My online gyno appointment had over 300 viewers. I've only gotten good at sex recently. In the past, my older years, I finally got confident to enjoy it. It turns out when I was younger, I thought doggy style meant we sniff each other's buttholes and eat out of the garbage can. So, have you burped into your face mask yet and smelled it? Smells like the dumpster behind the Dunkin' Donuts. You know, nice to know that underneath all this nice makeup, I'm still just a disgusting fucking animal. That'll remind me of the past. So back when the world was existing, I was having sex with the human resources guy at my job. Woo, good gig if you can get it. If you can get the guy who gives lectures on sexual harassment to squeeze your ass in the break room, you're all set. I was late every day. I was the one eating Bethany's yogurts from the fridge. Actually, that's not true. Well, it's true I was banging the HR guy, but he's been my boyfriend of 10 years and I never got away with shit. Now that we're quarantining together, he's just the janitor. He's not the HR. So, oh, okay. Thanks so much, guys.
drinking? Hop in the chat. Tell me what you're drinking with your bad self or something like that. All right. All right, it's time. Let's bring up another comedian. This next comedian is usually playing host to me whenever I go to LA because they run the show Low LGBT at the West Side in LA. Also the creator of Ugly Stepchildren. Give it up all the way from Los Angeles, Drew Kraft.
Woo!
What? I can't hear you. What? I can't hear you on my What? Me, Drew Kraft, guys. No, I'm thrilled to be here. I live in a studio, so literally the last conversation I had was Netflix asking me if I was still watching. So it is nice to have any sort of contact with. Is it too early? Is it too early for me to tell the cashier at my local corner store that she's my best friend now? Have we gotten that far in the quarantine scenario? I don't know. I'm loving my lighting right now. I feel like I'm in a documentary and probably want to reveal my identity and fear for my life afterwards, which is frankly true of the show. Someone might see me on the show and want to kill me later. I don't know. So I'm just gonna, be in the back and no, I do run a show called LOLGBT, which is fantastic because everyone, especially heterosexuals, are scared of saying the show name. I forget a letter. And I'm like, yeah, you better not fucking forget a letter. That's right. We'll come for you. We are organized and we will come for you, okay? Do not forget that letter. No, but seriously, it's been so long since I've felt the touch of a man that I wonder, am I heterosexual now? Am I born again heterosexual from the lack of touch and love that I need to stabilize my homosexualness, It's rough. I did get a Corona pup. That's right, I am a new dog dad.
Woo!
Yes, well, I can't hear you in my apartment. What? That's right. She is adorable. When I was discussing with my mother, like whether or not I should get a dog or not, I was like going through everything and my mom got so frustrated. She was like, ugh. She was like, you're like a straight person trying to like decide to have a child or not. And I was like, Mom, I'm a gay man in my 30s. This is me having the child. Like, this is the big decision. This is me winding down. Come on. I don't know if you guys saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's a great movie if you haven't seen it. But realistically, isn't dog goals like Brad Pitt and his dog in that movie? Really? Look, if your dog can't kill the Manson family, why do you have a dog? I don't get it. Yeah, I don't know. Life's been really weird right now, and I'll tell you like I tell it on my like I told the coronavirus, and like it says on my Grindr profile. I don't host, okay? Back out of here, Corona. You're not welcome here. I don't know if you guys are trying the. I know JT mentioned trying to like stay in shape and like trying to change something. I don't know if you're trying the quarantine diet. It's really great. It's where when you don't buy any groceries and just went into quarantine. Going great. I've lost like 50 pounds. It's been fantastic. No, I've bought so many frozen dinners that I will likely kill myself before quarantine's over. Like it's unhealthy. It is. I'm like a Midwest boy. I was raised to be like a straight person who had like a wife to like feed me. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. We're lucky that I frankly even figured this chat out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's rough. I did. And let me tell you, we all hated holiday shopping. Corona shopping's much worse than holiday shopping. Am I right? What is up with the toilet paper? I haven't seen Clorox wipes in months. I don't know where I am anymore. This is what I did figure out. There was no toilet paper, and the gays know where to go. We knew where to go. We knew right away. We got the baby wipes right off the top, because you know what? If I'm going to be stuck in isolation, my anus is going to be treated like royalty, okay? No question. No question. I'm really missing pre-corona life though. In the fall of last year, I went to Out on the Mountain, which is basically like a gay night at Six Flags. And it's great because it's like a little bit after hours, and they like close everything off, and it's like just the gays. And it's the only time like you're waiting in line at a theme park, and as the roller coaster's going by, you hear, yeah! And you're just like, ugh, I'm at home with my people. It's safe here. We're gonna have like the best time ever. But my favorite part was basically Chick-fil-A sponsors.
Oh no!
Yeah. It's real. It's real. This is real.
Wow.
And as while like going through the theme park, they're literally covering like Chick-fil-A signs during the event. So they're like, no, we're with you. We're with you. Yeah, no, we're with you. Until tomorrow when we cash that check. Right? Okay. Yeah, welcome to Six Flags. We're out on the mountain. Have I devolved fast enough yet? Where are we at in the breakdown? I don't know anymore. I'm glad to be in the Central Time Zone. I'm from St. Louis originally. I have a very Midwestern mom. She's not great at buying gifts. I don't know if your moms are like this. When I first moved to Los Angeles, she mailed me a pair of boxers that said "Pitch a Tent" all over the box. And you guys, I'm not even a camper. So like, why did she buy me these boxers? So I have to have a conversation with my mom to explain to her what pitch a tent means. I already had to come out to my parents. Do I have to do this too? I mean, come on, work with me, people. Also, one Christmas, she bought me an entire line of Echo clothing. I'll let that settle in. If Echo clothing's not typically worn by like a gay white nerd, not the target demographic. Not the target. I'm opening up and it's like oversized baggy jeans and a black button-down shirt with a sequenced dragon on it. And as I opened it up, my mom said, "Well, I know you needed some new clothes for work." Can you imagine going into like any job with a sequenced dragon shirt on? Like what? She also got me a selfie stick. Now, I don't know what your thoughts on the selfie stick are, but like I think the selfie stick gets a bad rap. I really do. I consider the selfie stick like the vibrator of photography, you know? Like, we're all embarrassed to have it, but it does get you where you need to go faster. My favorite part about telling that joke is with live audiences, it's literally all the girls are laughing and all the guys are like, I don't get it. We're like, yeah, you wish you would. You guys, I'm Drew Kraft. Thanks so much for coming out tonight.
Drew Kraft. I think it's time I come out too. I'm gay. And my sister recently got on Tinder during the show. And she's texting me pictures of the guys that she's matching right now. And I am responding to them. And this man, by the way, is beautiful. If you haven't seen him, there you go. And I love the idea of me messaging him and then them matching and then them fucking and then she brings him home and he's just like, what, we just have this chemistry. I don't know what it is. It's like we've talked before, right? And then we make them, okay, you guys aren't on board. All right, okay, cool. Cool. I thought I was gonna hoo-ha, okay, whatever. I thought I'd bring up another comedian, hey? This next comedian is Mommy's favorite, and I'm sure she's gonna be your favorite too. Give it up for Ariel Wesley. Woo!
Chuck. I'm here in my man cave, as you can see. Just been chilling in the man cave during isolation. My wife tells me I need to wear the. She got on me for not wearing a mask, so I started wearing a mask at home. And she said I look kind of stupid, but I just want to be careful. And we've been fighting a lot. So if anyone could actually just like tell me what I should do to stop constantly arguing with my wife. I'm already wearing the mask. It's been really hard for me to put it on. It's been hard for me to wear it everywhere. I wear it in the shower. I wear it when I go use the restroom because I'm just trying to be respectful or whatever. But it's just not good. I think it's just not good enough for her. Frankly, I just actually have been hanging out in the man cave because I'm scared of her. It's really I can't go upstairs. I feel like my daughters are ashamed of looking at me when I go upstairs to to restock the fridge, my man cave fridge. I have my own fridge down here. I think I'm losing my family. Frankly, this quarantine stuff, I gotta tell you, it's pretty hard. It's been pretty hard being married to a woman. Not that I'm not gay or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. And I respect gay people a lot. They have my utmost respect, and they're as American as I am. At the end of the day. But it's just I'm just kind of really losing it right now. Any sense of identity. I used to, I would at least have, football or basketball or baseball to, let me know what time of the year it was. And I don't have that right now. And I'm losing parts of, I don't know what kind of hobbies I, as a 45-year-old man, can pick up at this point. I'm not, I'm not the most handsome, I'm not the most talkative, my name's Chuck, I'm very simple. I like the simple things in life, but I don't understand most forms of technology. So I can't really talk about my feelings online like some people do. Like when sometimes I'll just kind of like see my daughter chatting online with her friends, and I envy her. And it's I didn't want to get worked up today. I've been crying a lot more recently because there's no baseball. And it's just kind of like my outlet, It was like oh man, it's just, what do you guys do? I'm just kind of, I used to have my one good friend, Jeff. We worked at the call center together, and we would watch baseball together in my man cave, and I miss him dearly. I think he's still alive. I just, like I said, I'm not good at checking in or using the phone. So I guess if Jeff's here, if Jeff's listening, if this gets to Jeff, I just want him to know that I'm so sorry, and that I miss him. We would do this crazy thing where we make brisket nachos, and that was just really, he introduced me to brisket nachos, and that's one crazy guy. I miss that guy. You know, earlier in the show, someone said that eating a lot of frozen dinners, and I gotta agree. I've eaten about 3 Hungry Mans already. This Salisbury steak one. But I might, as a treat, eat the chicken finger one later. That one's my favorite usually. I miss my wife's cooking. Oh, guys, can you know, this was really great for me to kind of work through my feelings. I don't want therapy recommendations. I won't read them. I'll continue to suppress my emotions. Thank y'all.
Oh, Chuck! Hey guys, this is Isolation Comedy Show. Welcome. My dad just texted me. Can anyone hear me? Because he's watching the show. No, Dad. Were you making noises and we were reacting? That's in your head. I love you. Thank you for being here. Venmo's right here if you want to Venmo me. Papa. Coming in, you let me know. Hey guys, we have a couple more comedians left. This next comedian is, one more thing about Iriel. Thank fucking God sports are done. I mean, like, how great is that, right? Not having to talk about, because then you go like, oh, and I hear Tom Brady is moving to that other team. I bet he is. I hear that the receiver who he works with isn't, though. That's going to be a big problem for their chemistry, right? Am I doing it? Yeah, you guys hate this. I'm just looking into Brit's eyes, just going, not me. Don't make eye contact with me. I don't know the answers. I am going to bring up the next comedian now. This next comedian has been on here before. She has also written an IKEA commercial that you probably have seen. Give it up for Lexi Grace.
Hey guys, good to meet you all. So I've been going, I have to say, I feel you, Chuck. I understand how it can be isolating. I understand. I've actually been going through a bunch of my childhood journals, discovering a lot of situations. You know what I will say about quarantine, what I like about quarantine is I'm not feeling as left out as apparently my childhood journals make it out to be. There was one thing that happened. So last year, my sister is a beauty blogger, and last year her stalker decided to stalk the whole entire family.
Oh.
Except me. I know I should feel grateful, but like part of me already felt like I wasn't a part of my family. You know what I'm saying? The thing was that like the stalker took a family of 5 and targeted 4 out of the 5 people. And it's not a Colgate dental test. And the thing was, my sister, she would say to me, she was like, Lexi, she tried to cut me out. She'd be like, Lexi, you don't understand. You don't have a guy. You don't have a guy that sends you a million little notes. You don't have a guy who sends you art made out of hair. And like, hey, someone is bragging. Oh. Yeah. Can you hear me now? Okay. Sorry about that. My sister obviously was trying to silence me. So it's just like kind of like just different scenarios like that where it's like I look back and I'm like, wow, like I used to go to my mom would force me to go to youth group at church, and no one at youth group wanted to be my friend. And I thought we were all going to like hang out. So I was like, oh yeah. And then finally one girl, she had a quinceañera and she invited everybody except me. So then everyone was talking about the quinceañera for 2 months. So I was like, once the quinceañera is done, it's going to be, then we can be friends, right? We'll have something else to talk about. So at the quinceañera, this is morbid, but it did happen. Her uncle got hit by a car. So then at youth group, everyone had to go to grief counseling except me. And I was like, can I sit in? And they were like, well, you weren't there. Why should we let you sit in? So I was just like more isolated. It was just, I don't know. It just was really funny. I've never so much wanted to witness a death. I was like, please. Also, I found out about I started remembering. So back in when I was younger, I had this fascination with like black panties, and I wanted to own a pair. And I remember going to Ross, and I tried one on in Ross, which is not a thing you should do. They actually forbid you from doing that, but I didn't know. I was like 11. So I'm like trying on the panties, and like someone walks in, and then they're like embarrassed, and they close the door. And I should have known when I bought the panties then that they were cursed, right? Cursed black panties. But I forgot about it. I ended up going on a school trip. When I was on the school trip, it was like an overnight trip, and my luggage somehow, everything, like the black panties fell out of the bag as they were giving me my bag. So I was like so embarrassed. I was like, oh my gosh. So then I was like, these things are cursed for sure. Forgot about it. And then I went on a trip to Florida when I was like 12 for Thanksgiving, and I packed the panties. And I didn't think much about it until I got to the term is that when we landed, we got to whatever this thing is. I can't remember the word. But, I was waiting for my luggage to come down, and I start seeing pants, see a shirt. It looks like a shirt I own. See some socks, see a whole dress. Then I realized that it's actually all of my clothes. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I opened the luggage. The only thing in there, the black panties. So I'm like, these for sure are cursed, right? So I don't even think about it. I'm in Florida just having fun, chilling, just being wild and free. Then the last day comes around, and I'm like, oh, we're about to leave. And I'm like, I think it's safe to wear the black panties. And so we get to the airport, and when we get to the airport, sure enough, they let us through TSA. I put my luggage on. I'm like, we made it. the gate, our flight gets canceled.
Oh.
So then I'm like, oh no, what am I gonna do? So we go back. My grandma goes, how about you wear my granny panties for tomorrow, because you're out of panties, and you'll just put your black panties in the bag since all of our luggage went ahead. And I don't know why, but I was like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. So the next day, we were going through the gate. I see this guy that looks really good looking, but I can't quite place him. I'm like, not that I can't quite place him. I see him and I go, he's like really attractive. I'm like, I hope he's on our flight. And as we're going through TSA, they start pulling people aside and going through. So I'm like, well, I'm like a teen. They're not going to pull me aside. So they end up pulling me aside, and the guy goes through my bag, and I'm still looking at the hot guy behind me. And they end up, and the TSA agent, as I'm staring at the guy, goes, hey, what is this? And I'm like, oh my gosh. He's like, what is this black thing? And I realize it's my panties. And I'm like, I hope he doesn't, before I can say what it is, he pulls them out. So they're like in front of everybody. And I was just mortified. And then I've never seen those panties ever since. I hope everyone is staying hydrated. Please stay hydrated. It's very important. Especially, we are mostly water. I guess I will say that I've been watching a lot of weird shows in quarantine. One show I've been watching is called The Rap Game. I watched it by accident. It's about kid rappers in a competition. And there's this one rapper, and his name is Little Poopy. He's this little kid over here. And he constantly, it's like the worst it's like the worst contest ever, because they don't what's the word? None of the kids actually care to win. They don't care. They have a lack of drive. And they're like, you're gonna go home, and they're like, I want to go home. And this one kid, every week they're like, Little Poopy, if you don't show initiative, you're going home. The last challenge, he went to sleep. He literally slept on the bus when they were supposed to write their like soundtrack. And then he got in the booth, and they were like, so what do you have written? And he's like, nothing, I took a nap. But yeah, no, it's wild and crazy. The last recommendation I have for you is eat some vegetables. The world is your oyster, and have a great day.
Lexi Grace. I feel like if that kid was a little bit older, it'd have been like, he doesn't even care. He's what that Drake song's about not caring about much at all. That song? Not caring much about anything except the friends that you once had, but no more, those songs that I'm referring to. Well, I hope you do, Dad. Do you? Watching the show, so it's not a hack joke. It's really a reach out. Hey, we don't talk. I hope I'm on the big screen. I taught you how to link the YouTubes on there, didn't I? Lexi Grace. I've just had one beer tonight. One beer and a jug of vodka. Deep Eddie. It's lemon flavored. That's my excuse. Oh no, it's lemon flavored. Give it up for Lexi Grace one more time. We have a couple more comedians, and Michelle right here on my screen. I don't know where she is in yours. Sometimes I hear her laughing. There she is. If you're just joining us, thank you guys so much for being here. This is Isolation Comedy. We do this every second and fourth Friday And we will be doing this continually because our president is an asshat and keeps on telling people, it's over. It's not over. I live in Texas. It is a hot spot, and we'll be getting to know each other virtually. So thank you guys for being here. And now a comedian that I met a very special night. We had a special, that thought sounds fucking weird. You know what? I'm not going to say anything else because that night was ours. That's not their night. That's not their night, Britt. And Martin Hen was there too. So it was Martin Hen, me, and Britt. So because of that, I'm going to give it up for a very funny comedian who runs 2 shows, Body Language and Shut Up and Clap. So give it up. Put your hands together in your own home for Brittany Talander.
Such a special night, Colton. Oh my goodness. Hey, all you viewers out there, Colton's dad. We kissed on the mouth in a dingy Wisconsin bar with wood paneling. Boy, I'm a romantic. I can't help it. I haven't written any jokes over quarantine, but for sure, no jokes in months. But I wanted to look over what I had in my notes, and it's alarming. The first one was sober. Now my poops don't smell like pennies. That was the first one that I had in there. I am sober. I'm ripped off marijuana right now. I just don't drink. I don't do the sauce. But it doesn't mean that I'm better than you. It just means that I've tried all of the flavors of LaCroix, even the bad ones, like kimchi flavored LaCroix, and used condom flavored LaCroix. Coconut, all of the bad ones. I've tried them all. But I'm staying hydrated. This is a water check for everybody. Okay. Water check, everybody. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Good water. Okay. The other joke that I wrote just is that ghosts are gay people that never came out when they were alive. I feel like there's maybe something there, but I'm certainly not going to figure it out right now. Boy, quarantine I'm single. Do you guys miss doing sex? Do you miss doing it? Do you miss it as much as I do? I miss it so much. I miss not just like sex, but like BDSM. Like I'm. You guys ever do BDSM? BDSM. Like the handcuffs and like that. You guys ever do that? You guys do that? I miss it so much, but I can't do it right now. You can't spit in people's mouths anymore. But I miss the pain. So I've just started wearing my retainer again and like slowly kind of introducing that back into my life. It doesn't fit as well as it used to in high school. But it's fun. I am a bisexual. Woo! Aren't I a hero? Look at me. I'm a hero. Boy, oh boy. For me, I feel like my sexuality ebbs and flows. Like sometimes I'm more into men. Sometimes I'm more into women. Lately, even in COVID, I find myself more attracted to women. I find myself making the pettiest excuses to not date men. It'll be for something so silly. Like I don't know. he seems really invested in the Avengers franchise. There's like a tattoo going on underneath the Patagonia pullover. He's got diabetes. It seems like a big commitment at this point, this juncture. His parents are still together. What do we have in common? But with women, it's completely different. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, our pets get along and our star signs are compatible. When do we sign a lease? Come on. Come on, I'm ready. I'm ready. You can picture her in your head, right? She's a mail carrier. She's essential. Her name's after like a precious gem or like a type of car. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be that. Here's the thing. Condoms. Do straight men buy them? I don't want to like sound like I'm like exaggerating. I have had sex with a lot of men. A lot, like so, like more than I should, like just so many. And none of they don't buy them. They don't have them. They don't do it. And it's fine because I always do. I'm a big fan of condoms. Big fan. I feel like there's something so responsible about it, you know. It feels super responsible, like bro, I'm 30, you know, like I'm sorry, you're gonna need to use a condom to have sex with my I'm so like better put it on your dick, or else nothing. So but the thing I like about it is that it makes my bedroom smell like a dentist office. Role play. Are we on the same page? And then the next day, my pussy smells like an AutoZone, and it's just like that special thing I get to enjoy the next day. You know what I mean? I've loved hearing all of your different accents throughout the night, like from across this great nation of ours. I'm a Missouri gal myself, raised Southern Baptist. Were all of you raised on the white Jesus? Okay, yeah, me too. I had a really long denim skirt. You know what I mean? I really was huge fan of like it. I'm not so religious anymore, but if I believe one thing still from the Bible, it's that Jesus was a virgin. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. Fucking loser, am I right? What a nerd. He did not fuck. But we all have our kinks, don't we? Jesus's was foot stuff. That's right. What was the ball washing of the feet? And I can picture him already, you know, going to Mary Magdalene. OG sex worker over time probably invented the blowjob. And he was like, oh, good, Mary, good. Can I please blow Joan? Oh, can I wash your feet, Mary? And he's just like a whole thing. But Mary's a pro. You know, so she's like, fine, Jesus, you can wash my feet, but it's going to be 40 of whatever currency was in the Bible. And 60 for the disciples to watch, because the disciples were cucks, okay? That's all. I think that's all I wanted to talk to you about. Bye, everyone.
Have strength in the Lord Almighty. Have strength in the Lord Almighty. Have faith. Faith. AutoZone. Brittany Talander. AutoZone. I will have that stuck in my head and in my ass later on. Just I use condoms. I saw a man in Walgreens today. I was wearing a mask. He was wearing a mask. And I was like, I know a gay butt. I was like, that is a gay butt. And then he was looking at condoms. Well, I mean, he didn't buy those pants because they looked straight. And he was looking, and I was like, oh, what is this guy shopping for? And it was condoms. And I was like, oh, he's straight. And it's so funny because you thought he was, you know, straight men don't buy condoms. I wouldn't know, but now I know. I say to my my sister's Tinder matches, Dad, you weren't in this one, but I've been talking to Brittany's Tinder matches, and let me just show you, Dad. Pretty hot. Okay, pretty hot. Look at those. Look at that bot.
Yeah.
And that's his mom, so he's a family guy. They'll fit right in. Asshole. When it comes out to me too. Hey, Dad, are you comfortable with me? Time for our last 3 comedians. You guys need to get your friends in here now, okay? There's no time left. We only have 3 more comedians, and your friends are out there coughing on everything else. So get them in here. It's a very safe room. So invite them on in virtually, of course. This next comedian has a bunch of credits, so I'm going to read them for you because you are lucky. This is a person who is a creator of the upcoming video game, The Straukiss Chronicles, Keys of Eterna, host of the Sacred Now podcast, and a new music album, Love and Other Lies, on Bandcamp. Follow this person's name on their social. Give it up for Jay Jackson.
Folks, I present to you Jay Jackson's top 10 tips to survive quarantine. If I can remember how to play the song. Number 10, masturbate. Yes, Jesus is still watching, but trust me, he understands. Number 9, practice self-care, be it by exercising or baking bread or spending every night in a drunken stupor to ward off existential anguish. Do whatever you can to cope. No one will judge you except for Brenda because she is a bitch. Number 8, if you're going to break up with someone, change their Netflix password before you do it. Number 7, don't go out to eat at restaurants. But if you do, and you tip less than 40%, your genitals will shrivel up and blow away like dust in the wind. Don't argue with me on this. It's science. Number 5, glory holes have been endorsed by the CDC, so keep that in mind. Number 5, change your sheets, you fucking slob. Number 4, wear a mask. Number 3, no, really, wear a fucking mask. Number 2, carry a spare mask in case you sneeze into the first. And number 1, Jay Jackson's top tip to survive quarantine: do not, I say again, do not keep your lube next to your hand sanitizer. Don't ask me how I know. You should trust me on this one. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the top 10 tips to survive quarantine. It's unfortunate that we have literally the worst president to lead us through these times. And I remember whenever Trump was elected, we all went through a lot of emotional turmoil, and a lot of feelings came out about that. And so I wrote a song to help me process my feelings about Trump being elected president, and I'm going to give that for you now. This is a song that I wrote about Donald Trump being president. Thank you.
Woo!
I do miss a lot of I'm a very social person. I do miss a lot of being able to go out and do things and, you know, enjoy people. And one of the things that I've missed most is going out to bars and restaurants and, you know, just fast food. And I've gained a little weight. I'm trying to, you know, get right and exercise, and even now it's hard, and it's become a constant struggle with me. I've always struggled with my weight, and sometimes it gets rough, and I just find myself at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I pull up in the Taco Bell parking lot and just go, "Hello, it's me. After all this time, I think that I would like a number 3. Extra cheese. And don't be stingy with the special sauce, if you please. Made a resolution and broke it. It's been a long, long time. Take me back to Popeye. Bring me back some chicken fried. Don't you judge me, I know I'm very obese, but this food is so good, willing to risk heart disease. Take me back to Mickey D's. I'd settle for some Burger King. I don't want no damn salad. That's just rabbit food. Need some calorie comfort to improve my mood anymore. Yeah. All right. I'm happy to be here on Isolation Comedy Night. It has been queer as fuck, and I love it. I'm into it. I'm all about it because I myself am gay. You know, I always feel weird when people cheer at that, because it's like, especially women, it's like I'm not giving you the dick. Why are you excited? I don't. But it's cool though. Now I'm out. I've been out for a while, and everybody who knows me knows that about me. I'm proud to be out. What people are often surprised to find out about me is I am also Black. It throws people off. You know, I just get tired of the stereotypes that come with it. They're like, you can be both at the same time. What? I get tired of the stereotypes that come with that, because people would just automatically assume that a gay Black guy can dance. Listen, y'all, I'm almost 40 years old. If I drop it like it's hot, I may not be able to pick the motherfucker back up. I'm you'll lay right the hell there till somebody with some strong back muscles comes along. I'm not here for this. You guys are actually looking at a verified Pornhub porn star right here, ladies and gentlemen. It's actually kind of fucked up, because all the videos that I make, Pornhub wants to categorize them in the thug category.
Oh.
Yeah, that's legit. Like, it's wild. Like, you know, it's just because I'm Black, it's the category that I want them to put me in is comfortable. You know, because what turns me on, what gets me going. I'm almost 40 years old. Damn it. Lumbar support. That's hand me those pillows, Daddy. We can go all night long. My name is Jay Jackson. Thank you guys. Adios. You've been
Woo!
Jay Jackson. Yeah, fucking talented. I've never told jokes and done another thing at the same time. Embarrassed my family, for sure. I've done that at the same time as tell jokes. But musical instrument, not even once. A little bit of flute. I play the flute. Believe it? Believe it or not, I wasn't allowed to with a child. Why? My dad said, make the face a flute player makes. And I went, and he said, exactly. And I didn't get to play. I didn't get to play. That's it. I'm telling my dad stories because he loves stories about it. Hey, there you go, Dad. We only got 2 comedians left. And this next one, I'm reading these credits. You guys are in for a treat. You've probably seen this person on Jimmy Kimmel. Ever heard of him? Comedy Store. Ever heard of it? Ice House. I've heard of it. Okay, you guys are in for a big treat. Give it up for Julie Waitman.
Hello, hello. Ooh, Colton, I'm so jealous of that mustache. Mine does not come in that evenly. It's like kind of, I cannot get the like salt. That is gorgeous. I have a little stash envy. That is very nice. So what about this quarantine? Crazy? Am I right? I mean, come on. I almost bought a bolo tie last night. Like, what the fuck? I was down some like shopping rabbit hole, and then I was like, where would I ever wear? I never even knew I wanted a bolo tie. It was turquoise, so it's very on brand for me and my age range stuff. I don't know if I thought it was like my own person, like if I could buy something enough that it would be a vaccine, like maybe that's where my thinking's going. Like I don't fucking know, buy my way into a solution. I've been doing these sound baths. Do you guys know what these are? Have anybody do them? They're like, people do these bowls and drums. They're supposed to like affect brain waves, and I guess but you know, as has been mentioned, we're 60% water, something like that, great percent water. So it's supposed to be very healing. But I was on YouTube doing one the other night for anxiety and like to help me sleep, you know, when I'm not shopping. And and with the no money that I have, like I'm trying to sound like a baller, but I don't have bolo tie money. I don't. Even turquoise. But I looked on YouTube, it wasn't a live one, and this video got 6,000 thumbs down. What the fuck? Who are these? Like, what kind of sad sap do you have to be like, not healing enough? Not free enough for me. Like, this is where we've gotten to on the internet. Like, if you don't like something, just move it along. Like, where do you have to, like, just keep it moving. Like, you don't need to stop and tell, by the way, I don't like that. That hard work you put into that hour of making all that sound, I don't like it. You don't know me, I don't know you, but I think you should know I don't like it. Kill yourself. Like, kill yourself. You're like, what? Who are these monsters? And but then I started thinking, like, what if the healing community is like super like haters gonna hate. Like, you know what I mean? Like if Beth is like, oh, fucking Charlita's got another fucking sound bath up on YouTube, I'm gonna give you that big fucking thumbs down because she sucks. And then she gets like 5,795 of her friends to like thumbs down it too. Like, fuck her. She's not gonna make it in this community. And then Charlita's like, nobody likes me. I worked so hard to do these sound bad. And her husband's like, babe, you know, Charlita, it's tough. It's cutthroat. What you're doing is cutthroat, Charlita. And you're doing it different. The way you drummed and the way your bowls light up. Not everybody's bowls light up to indicate the chakras. They're gonna hate on you, Charlita. 6,000, 7,000 times. But you know what you do? You put on your beads. You put on your bolo tie. You put on your crisp. And you fucking get up. You suit up and you show up, Charlita. They need you. Julie Weidman. Kill her through this motherfucking quarantine. I got heckled on a show, a Zoom show in New York, which is so great. I love this being able to do like kind of travel in an evening, do different shows. And the guy said in the comments, this white lady looks like she'd adopt a baby from Africa to stay woke. I was like, oh, sick burn. Like, what's he gonna say next? Like, this white bitch looks like she donates blood. Like, fuck her. I've seen her help an old person bring their trash bin up from the curb. I was just expecting something else, like she's fat. I'm like, well, you're not wrong. Or ugly or something, but the thing to go through all that work to stay woke, I'm like, well, geez, I kind of like myself, you know. Now I got a whole baby to take care of. White supremacist. It's more like white mediocreists, right? Right. It's never the pick of the fucking litter. It's like bottom of the barrel list. Yeah, you know, it's never like that guy right there. He should definitely, he's like the white race. I was thinking if anyone would be a race supremacist, and I'm older, you guys might not, people might not know. The first person that comes to my mind is Magic Johnson, right? Fucking killer athlete, whip smart at business, and he's fucking beaten AIDS. He's taken HIV and he's like, oh no, I raised you one strong black man. Like, no, done. And his name is Magic. I mean, I know there's white guys that do magic or have swords or think they're magic, but he is magic. Anyway, I was also thinking of this recently. They're not the brightest community as well. I was at a punk show years ago seeing like Black Flag and with some girlfriends, and there was a mosh pit, but then these skinheads kept like coming over and bumping us. And I was like, dude, what are you doing? Fucking knock it off. And he's like, oh, man, what? I'm just trying to have a good time. And I said, that's an oxymoron. And he said, did you just call me a Nazi moron? I was like, well, if the combat boot fits, flip it on. Flip it on. Somebody mentioned drinking. I saw a commercial recently and it said, you're not just drinking beer, you're making friends. Like, holy shit, clearly these people did not know me when I was drinking. Because my tagline would have been a little bit different. My tagline would have been like, you're not just drinking beer, your car's getting towed. Like, you're not just drinking beer, you're in a three-way kiss with a couple you just met at the bar. You're not just drinking beer, you're drinking wine, you're drinking vodka, you're drinking Jägermeister, you're drinking tequila, you're drinking cooking sherry. which by the way, after like the second or third glass is fucking buttery and delicious. It will get you through a night of cocaine. Like, do not rule it out. If you're like quarantine, if you're COVID hard up, like if you're staying at your parents and you went, look, cooking sherry, like, where am I on time? Oh, I'm way over. Thank you.
Julie Wademan. Don't tell somebody on cocaine that that's not going to get them through the night. They're going to be confident it does, okay? Excuse me, I'm God and I bend energy. Okay, listen to this bowl. Is that a callback to the beginning of your set? I listen. That's all I want to say. I care. I care about you guys. We have our last comedian, all right? So if your friends aren't in this fucking virtual show, get them in here, okay? This man, I've not seen him before. Here, do 5 minutes of a death drop, okay? He strapped himself up. He put armor on his body. He put a soundtrack on. I forget which one it was. But then he fell down for 5 minutes straight. Also doing shots. I don't want to hype it up. I don't want to say anything else. But he can whip up something. He can whip up something. This man, okay, he is going to do something so spectacular. His name is everything it should be because he's the final comedian. Give it up for Garrett Buss. Woo!
How's it going, guys? It's me, Garrett Buss. I'm your final comedian. I'm very excited. First off, something that I gotta say, you know, writing stand-up comedy in quarantine, very tough, right? You got a lot of free time, but not a lot of creativity. I didn't want to waste your guys' time, right? I didn't want to, you know, not give you guys your money's worth. So I realized I already did a set in FPIA in 2019 that I already know is good. So I think I'm just gonna show to you guys. I'll watch along. It'll be like a director's commentary kind of thing. I think you guys are going to enjoy this. So here is my FPIA set from 2019.
Garrett Buss. Oh. You guys ready to laugh? Yeah. You guys ready to chuckle? Yeah. You guys ready to guffaw, synonym for laugh? Yeah. Well, you better be ready to laugh because I got a couple jokes for you, okay? Guys, I peed my pants the other day. Peed my pants, but it's not my fault. I thought it was a fart. You know what I'm talking about, my man. You gotta give it up. That's what I'm saying.
What's that? Everything's dark in here. I think the power went out. Garrett, are you in there? James, my roommate. Do you know why the lights all turned off? No clue. I thought you'd have an idea.
This is the police. We have your building surrounded. Come your hands up or else we're coming in there.
Oh, shit, man. It's the fuzz. We gotta get out of here. Quick! Don't we have a trap door to our secret underground garage? Great idea, James. Let's go. I'm gonna bring my laptop along with me. Just hurry, man. They're breaking down the door. We made it. Wow. I forgot how cool and incredibly expensive your car is. Thanks. It's beautiful and really fast. Let's just get in. Not too fast, buddy. Let's bring our arsenal of weapons along with us. Of course. I've got all our bombs and guns in this bag. Let's hit the road. This car chase is incredible. There must be 60 cars after us. I know. This really needs to be seen to be believed.
What do the cops want with us anyway? I don't know. Maybe it's all that black tar heroin I smuggled into the country. Jail. We've both committed so many crimes, it's hard to tell. Let's just focus on getting these guys off our back. Hand me the machine gun. Here you go. Can you pass me that shotgun? Of course. I need a flamethrower. Say no more. Here you go. Oh no, they have tanks. And a helicopter. We're surrounded on all sides, and our guns are all out of ammo. What are we gonna do? The only thing we can do. Hey, James, do you remember that big red button I told you never to push? You mean this one right next to my hand? Exactly. I think it's time we give it a press. If you say so.
That.
Oh my God, their car just exploded. They're dead. Well, fellas, let's pack it up and move on out.
Are they gone? Yeah. It works every time. I'm getting too old for this shit.
Garrett Bus, everyone. I mean, thank you. Wait, I'm taking it. Thank you. Garrett, I mean, Jay learned the piano, but you made a Martin Scorsese movie. Wow, amazing. That's been it. That's been our show. Thank you guys so much. Thank you all the comedians. Thank you for having us in your house. Thank you all the people that wrote me money messages. Feel free to write to everyone money messages. They deserve it. And you got a stimulus check. What the fuck are you using it for? I'm using mine for a tattoo of a tag on my foot. It's real. Laura, she's a producer. She made all these things happen. She brought together Valerie Lopez, Richard Goodwin, and me. And we're like, well, we could never make this. And now we've made fucking 20 million of these. And again, we will be doing these every second and fourth Friday. We appreciate you. And as we say after every show, you go off and wear your fucking mask. We said it since the beginning. After every show, we say it. So. Oh, Roger Stone is out now. Go fucking punch that guy in the fucking face. Get out of here. Go punch Roger Stone in the face. Bye-bye. Go now. Punch Roger in the face. If you see him, punch him.